Hello guys. I hope you are doing well enough in your life. So let's go and discuss and start the video with qubits because it is the most important term and I can say the part of quantum computing as well as in quantum physics. So let's discuss the most important part of this chapter, qubits. So first of all I starts with Mission Parivartan as well as with the help of pictures so that you will never forget such type of valuable content from your mind. So qubits are the fundamental units of information. But before we start, let's discuss something more important. So qubits are the fundamental building blocks of quantum computing. They are like the bits in classical computers, which can be either 0 or 1. However, qubits can represent not only 0 but 1 also. So it is also a combination of both 0 and 1 simultaneously. So this ability to exist in multiple states at once is called superposition. Yes, think of it like a spinning coin that is both heads and tails at the same time until you measure it. So qubits can also be entangled, meaning the state of one qubit is connected to the state of another even if they are far apart. So this property of qubits allows quantum computer to perform certain calculation much faster than classical computer for specific problems. Now it's time to understand how qubits perform in quantum computing. So qubits are the fundamental units of information in quantum computing. And they work differently from classical bits, which can be either 0 or 1. Remember, 0 or 1. Here is how qubits work in quantum computer. So let's discuss one by one. So first of all, superposition. Qubits can exist in a superposition of state. This means that a qubit can be in a combination of both 0 and 1 simultaneously. It is as if a classical bit could be both 0 and 1 at the same time until you measure it. Definitely, the superposition allows quantum computers to process a vast amount of information in parallel, making them potentially much more powerful for certain tasks. Entanglement. Qubits can become entangled with each other. When qubits are entangled, the state of one qubit is linked or connected to the state of another qubit. So even if they are physically separated by great distance, this properties allows for a unique kind of correlation that classical bits cannot achieve. And measurement. When you measure a qubit, it collapses from its superposition state into either a 0 or 1 with a certain probability. So the outcome is probabilistic and it's influenced by the probabilities determined by the superposition. Quantum gates. Let's discuss what are they and how qubits work in this. Quantum computers use quantum gates to manipulate qubits. These gates perform operations one qubits to change their state. Quantum gates such as the Hadamard gate and the CNOT gate can create and manipulate superposition and as well as entanglement to perform a specific calculation efficiently. So the fourth one is quantum algorithm. Quantum algorithms are designed to harness the power of qubits and the principle of quantum mechanics to solve problems more efficiently than classical computer. For example, Shor's algorithm can factor large number much faster than classical algorithms, which has significant implications for cryptography. So in quantum computing, I conclude In quantum computing, qubits allows for the exploration of many possible solutions at the same time due to superposition, and can process complex data sets faster, faster for certain tasks. However, building and maintaining stable qubits that are resistant to decoherence, the loss of quantum properties called decoherence, is a significant challenge in the field of quantum computing. Researchers are actively working on developing practical quantum computers that can take full advantage of qubits' unique properties, and this is going, and still it is working by the professionals, by the researcher in China as well as in USA and so other, try to achieve the quantum computer. So thank you very much for watching our video. Must share our video for the sake of knowledge.